Hey there, welcome back to Move Mountains Pilates. My name is Jess, and today I have a quick glute and hamstring burner for you. We've got about 23 minutes, I think, of just glute and hamstring work, all themed around kind of donkey kicks, essentially. So with this, you don't need any props. I didn't use anything myself, but this would be a good class to add in a loop band around your thighs if you want an extra burn, or you could even take like a hand weight or a toning ball and stick it behind one knee. We're going to be working mainly with your knees staying bent the whole time, so that's a good way to add in some extra resistance if you're looking for that. So let's get to it. You're going to start standing up at the end of your mat. Okay, starting standing at the back of your mat. Take an inhale, spread the arms, lift the chest, and then just fold down through center. Hang heavy for a second, take an inhale, exhale, roll up. And we'll do that twice more. Today is all about the glutes and the hamstrings, so just warming those guys up, getting them ready to do lots of work. We're gonna stay at the bottom this time, walk it out to a downward dog. Take a second there just to pedal out the ankles. Stretching a little deeper. This feels extra good for me because I just filmed the first side of what we're doing completely before realizing I didn't even have my mic on me, so I get double on one side today. I'll have to make it up after class with my second side. It's fine, everything's fine. Okay, now let's lower down and let's just do some work on hands and knees. Fingers spread wide, you have space behind you. Press the floor away and set those shoulders. Reach one leg. Inhale, lower, exhale, change sides. Just warming up here, building awareness to your pelvis. Notice the weight transfer that will happen side to side, but try to limit how much that transfer happens. Watch that you're not going completely from hand to hand. You will press a little more through the opposite hand as the knee that's down. That's normal. Last one per side. And then we're gonna be staying on one side. We're gonna drop it down to the elbows for the rest of this. If you prefer hands, that's an option too, but I like the diagonal that elbows gives. Now watch that you're not sinking. Instead, push through those forearms, send the shoulders wide and down, core is connected. We're gonna start with the left leg. Go ahead and reach it straight back, hold it up there. Then let's just bend the knee and bring your foot to the bum. Send the leg long again. We'll do that while flexing the ankle. Point as you reach. Heel to the bum, and then point and reach. Now, this is a hamstring curl motion. I want you to avoid lowering the knee as you bend. It's not a press in and out, not like before, but instead keep your knee high as you bend. Like you're moving through molasses, you're pulling your foot towards your bum. Strong exhale. Inhale to reach. As you bring that heel to the bum, think about lifting the knee even higher. Keep it really high. We've got 3 more. 2, keep pressing that knee up high. Last one, we leave the knee bent. Draw the knee down, drive it back up. So it's a donkey kick. And that's sort of gonna be our theme of today's class, donkeys. Our knees will stay bent most of the time through class, and we're gonna focus on this hip extension sort of motion, giving us lots of good glute and hamstring work. Can you maybe bring that heel closer to your bum? And we'll go 3 more of those classic donkey kicks. And last one, we hold it high, a little pulse, raising the roof higher and higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the knee high. Now turn lateral, back to parallel. So that knee stays high the whole time. It's a very small motion. We're just spinning that knee to point out and then point it straight back. If there was a laser beam reaching out of that knee, we would draw the beam to the side of the wall behind you, but then point it right back behind you again. Watching that you're not pointing your laser beam on your other wall, right? You're not going way off to the side. We want to keep it small. We only want to ruin one wall today. 3 more. 2, 1. Keep that knee turned open. Pulse up and down. It's like the shin is parallel to the floor. Pressing with your knee and your foot staying level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now draw your knee towards that shoulder. Press the foot back and behind to that opposite bum cheek. Inhale, knee to shoulder. Exhale, foot to the cheek. Keeping that shin, again, sort of parallel to the floor. High to the sky. And your body's gonna wanna sway side to side. Try to limit how much it does. Tight around the waist. We've got 3, 2, last one, and then one more thing. We're gonna take it out to the side and pulse there. Just for 5. And then you get a shell stretch. Oh, so good. Breathe into your back. Maybe sway, lengthening out your glutes. And then we've got side lying work. Lying down on your right side, so the leg you just worked, probably the left leg, is the one you're gonna work again here. Get your spine nice and long and make sure you're down low instead of being propped up on your elbow. I want your head cradled by the arm down low so that you can lift your bottom waist and find that little mouse hole. Maybe you've got a physical gap, maybe it's just a tightness feeling, but either way, try to aim for equal length on each waistline. Classic clamshells. Open your top knee, close it back down. Your feet will stay together. And with this setup, I've got my knees forward from my body, but my feet are actually in line with my bum. And that should give you a good amount of rotation to work through. A nice good squeeze of that top glute at the top each time. I like to have my hand on my hip for added feedback. As you go to open the knee, how high can you open before the hip wants to roll backwards? Instead, you're using your core for your stability. Just go to the point where your hip stays stable. We've got 4 more. You'll get so much more out of those clams just with that stability. Finish off. And then we're gonna lift the knee with your foot. 1 unit up, 1 unit down. Your shin stays parallel to the floor. Foot and knee are level at the same height. We're moving more from the side of the hip instead of from that rotating motion. We're going straight out. And with that, your body's gonna wanna hike and your mouse hole is gonna wanna be squished. So can you instead tighten your waist again? How high can you lift before your mouse hole wants to sink? We've got another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, just hip height. Draw your knee forwards, then draw it back. It's a side lying donkey kick. You're leaving your knee bent the whole time. Don't straighten and press. I see you over there. Instead, keep the knee bent. Foot presses back towards your bum cheek. How close can you keep your foot to your bum? Maybe flex through that ankle, driving through the heel. Avoiding arching the back, instead keeping the front of your core active here. Ribs drawn in. 3, 2, And last one, we hold it, press back, a little pulse, pressing back deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing, we circle. That knee makes a nice big circle, still with the bent knee. Up, back and around, squeezing the glute, making it as big as possible. A little bit of pelvic motion is fine here, but you are working with control, trying to limit how wobbly you are. Let's finish 2 more in this direction. You do have a second direction you got to work through. Let's reverse, take it up, around and back. We've got 4. Our bottom glute's working here too, kind of pressing down into the floor. Second side, we just know is going to be such a great time. It's okay, we've got another intermission before the second side. Finish off. Hook your foot on the floor right in front of the bottom knee. Then press your knee away so you get this nice little stretch. And then we're just gonna leave the legs in this shape, flip over to your back, so all of a sudden you're in a figure 4 stretch. You could leave your foot down, you could hug the legs in, up to you. Maybe you do a nice little rock. Enjoy a big breath. And then we're staying in this figure 4 shape. Plant your foot on the floor if it wasn't already there. So I've got my right foot down with the left ankle crossed over. Arms are gonna press down into the mat. And then, can you do a bridge? Press through your foot, exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. So it's just a single leg bridge with your left ankle still crossed over the knee. Now, if that doesn't feel good, plant both feet down and just do a regular bridge. That's fine too. Maybe you want to warm up with that before going into the single leg, up to you. Otherwise, as you go up and down, can you keep those hips level? Give the glutes a nice squeeze at the top each and every time. We'll finish up with another 3 just like this. Really opening up through the front of those hips. Last one, hold it up there. Then, can you extend that left leg wide to the side and then cross it over, tap the bum down. Lift the hips. Can you reach the leg? And then rest it and rest the hips. So you just have that added reach open to the side, fighting to keep your hips centered. They're gonna wanna go a little wonky. Try to control that. We'll go for another, I'm thinking 3 more after this one we're on. So 3, 2, last one. Awesome, now just put that foot on the floor, roll down, hug your knees. Maybe stretch your legs. Okay. We're done the first side. Let's now start to rock, rolling like a ball a little bit. And then get yourself all the way up and over, or going hands and knees for your second side. I'm gonna flip over facing the other way so I can see you, or in theory I can see you. You could just flip over and face the other way if you want, your choice. Now, we're gonna go right down to the elbows. Stack those shoulders over the elbows, push the floor away, zipper your core tight. Now it's the right leg for those donkeys. We drive the foot up, and it's a hamstring curl first. So we're gonna send your leg long, and then bend it back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull the foot to your bum. This is the one where you're fighting to leave your knee high as you're bending and reaching. Thinking about lifting that knee even higher each time you go to pull that foot to the bum. Really giving you lots of good glute work, holding the knee high the whole time, as well as that nice hamstring work. We've got 3. 2. And it's this last one that we leave the knee bent. We draw the knee down. Exhale, we press it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Are your shoulders even, or is one kind of caving forwards? Slide both shoulders down, push the floor away. Reset. That constant reminder of the shoulders. We've got 4 more. Is this side feeling the same as the first side did? Just check in, build up that mind-body awareness. It's okay if the answer is no. It's okay if it's yes. For me, even though I did my left side twice since I filmed at first without the mic, my hamstrings on my right side are definitely working harder here. Let's hold it up, let's pulse. Raising the roof higher and higher. It's kind of interesting how that happens, eh? The second side tends to be a little harder. 5, or maybe I just have an imbalance. That could very well be it too. Now we hold the knee high, we turn open, then we turn back to parallel. The goal is to leave the knee high and make it small. It's the one where you've got that laser beam sticking out of your knee, and we're just sliding that laser beam to one side of the wall behind us and then back straight behind us, parallel. We don't want the laser beam going all the way to the wall next to us, only on the wall behind. Less is more. We only have 3 more of those ones. 2. Last one, we hold it, turn open, and we pulse there, pressing the side of your shin to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We leave the knee high, the knee goes towards the shoulder, then we press it back and behind us. Inhale, knee to shoulder. Exhale, press it back. Did this, I think it was last night. Yeah, it would have been last night. I did this little 4-point series because I slipped on the ice going on a walk and I fell like kind of hard on my hands. So it doesn't feel so good weight bearing on my hands. And like holding the straps in my hands on my reformer last night, like that none of that felt good. So I kept it to lower body and this is what I did. And it felt really good. So here we are doing it now. Now we leave the knee open, we pulse it out and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy your shell stretch. Maybe swaying side to side. Okay, then we have all that sideline work, your clamshells. So give yourself some space for your spine to go nice and long. You don't want to be so crammed in that your back's rounded. Your head's down low, your waist is lifted. Feet are in line with the hips instead of going too far forwards or too far back. Knees are forwards of the body. And now that you have that perfect form, top knee opens and closes. Exhale, squeeze that glute open. Inhale, close. Keeping that top hip really stable. That way you give that glute a good squeeze at the top each and every time. We've got 4. You can do this. I know the side's already tired from the residual work on the first side. That's okay, we can do it. On your next one, lift the foot up with the knee. 1 unit up and down. Keep that foot and knee level. It's gonna feel like you're not lifting as high because you're not turning the knee open. That's okay. I wanna get into the glute med, right into that side glute. Go straight out to the side, strengthening that action. We only have a couple more. And then we're gonna pause just at hip height. Draw your knee forwards, draw it back. You might flex the ankle as you press it back. If there was a wall behind you, you would drive your foot into the wall. That doesn't sound so fun. Maybe you're slamming a wall closed. Actually, I was teaching these ones in classes the other day, and I called it a sideline donkey kick, and then I started calling it a sad donkey, because if a donkey's lying on its side, that seems pretty sad. So sad donkeys is the official name for this one. Let's hold it pressed back, and we pulse, driving it further back. Sad donkeys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee forwards, up and around. It's your circles. You can get through it. Hey, at least you're not a sad donkey. Could be worse. Trying to distract you. Hope it's helping. We have 3 more in this direction. 2. Last one there, and then we reverse, up and around. You can do this. 5 more. I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I believe you can do this. Last couple. 1 more time, and then we put the foot on the floor in front of bottom knee. We use the top hand to stretch it out. And then flip to your back. Figure 4, maybe hugging the legs. Oh, nice and tight after all that. We're almost done though. Remember, we just have your bridges to finish off. Try to match what you did on the first side. If you were doing the single leg bridge like me, we're planting that left foot down. Otherwise, you can do your regular double leg bridge. That's perfectly fine too. Now, let's try this time elbows bent. Hands are up in the air. Drive through those upper arms, drive the hips up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Reaching out of your knees, even that knee that's resting up there, reach it towards that wall. That might help you with that upwards lift. And maybe you like pressing just through the upper arms a bit better. Sometimes I feel like that's more grounding for me and more stable. You could do long arms if you prefer. I find my shoulders like to kind of wiggle around more with my arms long. Bent elbows helps to keep them set. Personally, anyways. We've got 3 more of these ones. Trying your best to go up and down through center. Maybe you just stick with this, otherwise we add in the kick. Hold it up. Extend that leg wide, long to the side, then rest the ankle, rest your hips. Lift the hips and kick open. Ankle goes down, hips go down. A few more of those, we can do this. We're almost through. 3, 2, 1 more time. Woo! Plant your foot, lower your hips, hug the knees, take your stretch. Rock around a little, massage your low back, start to rock up and down, curl the head off the floor, go into your rolling like a ball, as long as that feels good. And then we're gonna go all the way up and just send your leg long in front of you. Fold over them for a nice, gentle hamstring stretch. Maybe turning the head side to side, maybe rocking. 1 more big breath. Awesome, you're all done. Thanks for joining me today. I hope your glutes and hamstrings feel great. You just did something awesome for yourself, even if it was like what, 20, 25 minutes, however long that was. So I hope you feel incredible, because you are incredible. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, you guys.